Hello there. This is Brian Lay, CEO and founder at AlphaRank, and today I'm going to be talking about how, if you're a MeridianLink customer, you can turn more of your website visitors into account holders using customer journey mapping. Customer journey mapping is the process of tracking every potential new member, every potential new customer through the entire journey they go through from first discovering you to opening up an account and ultimately transacting with you in your core system. So the start of the journey starts at a traffic source. The bulk of your traffic is going to come from what's called organic. So these are people that may have heard about you from a friend or a radio ad or a billboard or one of your more traditional marketing sources. They then search for you. They don't click on any ad and they land directly on your website. There's also additional sources of traffic as you get more sophisticated, like buying ads on Google or Facebook, or using referral sites like NerdWallet or Bankrate.com. All of these are your different traffic channels, and they all lead into your website. Your website is the property you own, and then as they get to the website, there's different paths that they can take depending on the product that they are interested in. Most of these paths are going to end up in your MeridianLink online account opening system, and then they're going to go through the different stages in that process until finally they have an account and they start transacting in your core. And customer journey mapping is mapping that whole process so you can identify and remove points of friction and convert more of those website visitors into account holders. Now, customer journey mapping is so important, particularly for local credit unions and community banks, because you have a limited number of potential customers or members. And depending on how you have the different parts of the journey set up, you probably, like many of our clients, have a single digit conversion. And here's why this is such a problem is that imagine you have 60,000 people that are visiting your website each year, not trying to log into online banking, really new potential relationships, but you're turning 99% of them away. They're getting lost at some point in that customer journey. They're not finding what they are looking for. The issue here is that means you have over 50,000 people who may never come back. And if you have 1 million or 2 million in potential people you can serve, burning through 50,000 relationships each year really adds up, and you have to put a stop to that immediately. Customer journey mapping is a foundational technology that anyone that's serious about driving more volume through online account opening needs to do. So you start at the very beginning of the journey with the traffic source. You make sure you watch them as they go through your website, which can be confusing, and then make sure they go through online account opening and then they land in your core. And if at any point you don't have visibility, this is a problem. So you can use free tools like Google Analytics to kind of mash something like this up together, but usually you're lacking visibility into how is your online account opening system performing and how is that critical handoff between the website and your MeridianLink system performing. And this is where customer journey mapping comes in. Now, what's so interesting about the collaboration between AlphaRank and MeridianLink is that MeridianLink has made it insanely easy for you to get this visibility. This is not a complicated project. The only thing you have to do is copy and paste this pixel right here, this script, into the header tag of your web page to begin. And that's it. You then contact MeridianLink and you say, hey, I want to turn on AlphaRank, and they do the rest for you. We put a requisite pixel on their side, and then the two connect, and voila, you're done. The next step is you create a funnel by adding the URLs that you want to track, and then we have a very easy to use navigator that requires no coding to allow you to set up these different customer funnels. So again, this is a copy and paste job. It should take you all of 10 minutes to have your webmaster put this script into the header tag of your web page to begin. We often joke that if you think it'll take them longer than an hour, we will bet you money that it will not. Just get us on the phone with them. It's really quite easy. So let's go look at what this navigator is and how do you actually set up a funnel. So you'll notice that the first page that, in this case, Safe Credit Union, which is a MeridianLink client, wanted to track was their owned website. So you can see this is what they own. And then as they go through this landing page for this Freedom checking product, at a certain point they hand it over to MeridianLink. And you can see this with the app.loanspq /XA URL. And that's the handoff. So it's really important that they tie their website to the MeridianLink online account opening so there's no black boxes. You can see how everything is performing. And again, it's really easy to set up. So all we have to do after the pixel is copied and pasted in the header tag of your web page is you go to AlphaRank and you click Open URL, and it's going to open this Safe Credit Union website. So notice as the website loads, this is safe. It's their regular website for this checking account landing page. It looks just as it would if you go directly, but you'll notice that you have this box sitting on top. Now, this is AlphaRank's customer journey mapping, and what it allows you to do is that it allows you to track each step of the funnel. So you can say what happens if someone lands on this page, what happens if someone clicks this button, and then as you go through, you can see what happens as they go through the MeridianLink online account opening system. If we wanted to create a new customer journey, all we have to do is click Track New Button, and what AlphaRank does is it looks for all the clickable links on the page. So you can track what happens if someone decides to go look at wealth management and they don't necessarily go straight. You can see what happens if someone clicks Freedom checking, Perfect Sense checking, Prestige checking. All of the customer journeys are really easy to create simply by clicking buttons and creating those paths. But what we're going to do is we're going to skip and go back, and we're going to go see what does it look like in MeridianLink. So if I click Open URL, the same process happens. So we're going to launch MeridianLink, and when it loads, it's going to load normally, but on top of it sits AlphaRank, and that allows you to create these customer journeys very, very fluidly as you go through the process. And you can make it as macro or as general as you want, or very, very granular. What happens if someone clicks each specific button? All of that is able to track just like the other one. So I'm going to go show you a demo environment that has a more granular approach, and what you can see is that each step in the MeridianLink funnel is visible. So you can see what happens when someone hits a landing page. They then start the app, they select a product, they enter their information, they make it to the funding stage, they get to the approval and confirmation, they complete the application, and then the account is open, and eventually the account is funded. It's as easy as that. So this is what you're generally going to start with, is looking at your organic traffic. As your organization progresses, you might want something a little bit more in depth. We call this version light. It's incredibly accessible, both from a time to implement and a pricing standpoint. But after you have your funnel down and you really understand how the different pieces tie together, you may want to start boosting the volume of people that are going through the funnel. And in that case, one of the places that's really easy to start is by using Google. Maybe it's Google AdWords that are driving people through the funnel. And at that point, you can also use customer journey mapping to identify, well, how many people are coming in, how many people are starting. You can look at the detailed conversion percentage for each point in time in that funnel, as well as the associated cost per action. So you could say, wow, between app starts and product selection, that is all of a sudden costing us sizably more. Is there anything we can do to smooth out that process? And then eventually, as you get more sophisticated and you're spending more to put more people into the funnel, you're then going to want to look at, well, how much funding was captured, and what is our acquisition cost, to figure out, do we want to go this way with this particular marketing approach or a different direction. But it really all starts by having a really clear line of sight on what's happening with your organic funnel, because that's traffic that you're not paying extra for. It's already there. And converting even 1% to 2% more can really have a material impact on your business, and that's a gift that keeps on giving month after month after you've fixed it. So in closing, this is what customer journey mapping is. Thanks to MeridianLink, you can have this right away. It's as simple as contacting your MeridianLink support group and saying, hey, I want to turn on AlphaRank. Thanks again for watching this video, and please feel free to reach out with questions.